Today I'll be regrafting a mango tree. This is a scion that did not take, and I want to regraft it somewhere. Cut the whole piece off. I left some leaves on the top, and I'll try a cleft graft. What I do for a cleft graft is I go from above and I see which way the tree is curving from the top, and I try to get the most even cut as possible. Doesn't always work out that way, but you want to try to get an even cut right down the center of this mango tree. So I'm actually going to use one rocket because it's super small. So now that it's in, you want to just rock it slowly. Slowly rock it by, baby. Okay, now that it's in, you want to slowly come down and just rock it really slowly, as if you were cutting it, but really, really slow. I'm only applying small pressure to my left thumb, holding the tip of the blade. Very small amount of pressure. You see how it's in a little bit? I want to do that a little more. Okay. Pull it up. Okay. See that little splice in there? You want that splice to be a little bit larger. Stick the knife back in there. And come down a little bit more with it, just a tiny bit, and rock it. You don't have to slice anything, just rock it. Rockabye baby. Here we are, baby. Rockabye baby. Now if you're looking carefully, do you see the width that I'm at? I'm leaving just a small amount of metal above the tip of the cut portion of the mango, so that gives me plenty of space for a cleft graft. Now get to my scion. Which one should I put on, Marlis or Kaeli-K? We're going to do Kaeli-K because this is a little bit thinner, and that's a smaller rootstock. So this is Kaeli-K. Where are we here? Kaeli-K. There we are. I don't know if I spelled it correctly, but that's what it is. Okay, so now we're gonna try to line up the curve of the scion with the curve of the tree. So explain that a little better if I show you the tree here. How I look at it from the top, I could actually see that it's curving inwards towards me. So I'd put the scion inward towards me here to go with the natural curve of the tree. And once you line that up, you then can cut your sides to slip in there. So you want to cut your sides evenly here. One straight shot should do it. Got a cut like that. Now flip it over evenly, and always look, just flip it right over, and just a nice even slither off. So that leaves me with a scion that looks somewhat square. That can't fit in there yet, but if I keep doing what I'm doing, that'll be nice and thin, and that'll be able to slide into that cleft graft I'm performing here. Okay, now I want to be careful here. We don't want to take off too much. So we really want to focus on just nice, slow, even, rhythmic cuts. Become one with the scion. I don't know how to sing. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now, see how it's nice and thin? Really thin at the tip, and I could squeeze that in there. I'm actually gonna take off a little more up here. Okay, that's good. Beautiful, okay. See that? That can slide right in there and grab onto the cleft graft I have here. Let's see. Okay, let me put this down. Remember, it was facing us, so we want the curve to be facing in towards us. This should slide right in, and we want to line up one side of the cambium. So one side has to line up, not both sides. So try to line up one side as best as you can. And I'll show you guys in a second what that looks like. So I decided to line up the outer section of this graft instead of the inner, but I think we got it. Yep, that's good. Okay. Now, let me lift it up and show you how it looks without tape. Now, if you look, it is almost even. Very flush, no rough edges. Let me try to get that a little bit closer. Hold on. Do that. Okay, there you go. So nice and even, and it's only one side that's lined up. This side overlaps a little bit, if you can tell. So I'm going to cut a rubber band. This is just a regular, pretty thin rubber band here. I don't know what gauge it is. I think it's 3/4. I'm gonna wrap that around this graft, and I'm actually gonna wrap this one in grafting tape first, because it's a smaller graft and I want it to bind a little more. So here's our buddy tape. Comes in little sections like this. This stuff is great. I'm going to stretch a little bit of it to get it sticky and ready for application. And what I'm going to do here is actually snip a couple leaves off before I do this to give me room to wrap this grafting tape, or buddy tape I should say. So now we can re-show you guys what this looks like. So there it is. Okay, now we're going to wrap this in grafting tape. So you want to suck the grafting tape on so it so it catches by itself. So you want to do it nice and smoothly in the first wrap, just to catch it, and then you want to start applying pressure to it, so it kind of like sucks everything together and makes everything good. So this one broke on me. Let's reapply this last one just to get a nice seal here. Okay, now that it's wrapped, as you can tell, I can put another piece on the bottom here, so it seals this space so no air gets into that cut right there. So I might just put a full piece over. It's never hurts to recover with some tape. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one layer of buddy tape, and I have this other grafting tape that I got from Amazon, I believe. That actually works very well. I'll show it to you guys in a second. Let me start from the bottom and get a nice good seal on here. There we go. And I'm spiraling upwards as I'm going up this scion, just so you guys know. And now that it's above the space that I need it, I'm gonna apply a lot of pressure to make sure it stays in place. And I want to recheck it before it settles to make sure that it's exactly where it should be. Before all of this, it's flush and right on point. So that's what that looks like. Try to get a good shot of that. There you go. And that variety is Kaeli-K, if you guys are just tuning in. Now, this is the new tape I was talking about. Now, this resembles buddy tape, but it's a little bit thicker, but it does stretch actually a little bit, and it resembles buddy tape, but it's a little bit thicker than buddy tape. So it's quite nice. So I actually, over the buddy tape, I put a little bit of this tape, just one layer of it to keep the moisture in. Oh, see, that broke too easily on me. So you want to pull it, but not too much. So I might have, let's see, I hope this is okay. Let me look at this, hold on. This hopefully didn't move out of there. I don't think it did. Great, so this is what that looks like. Now, some people would put a wet paper towel around this. Some people would put a leaf. Some people would put tin foil. I'm actually going to just put the rubber band and put it into shade. So let me do that real fast. And there's our Kaeli-K. Scion looks pretty good. We got some nice bulges here, so hopefully this takes in no time, but it might be past the point. So try this experiment, and I will catch you next time on how to graft a mango tree.